So what do we have? Just coming up with the market open, it's about 300 points lower, a little over 1%. The Nifty Bank is down about 1.4. Price is starting to move now. 23,974 on the Nifty, 53,656 on the Nifty Bank. And already I think there is a bit of a recovery, but this is initial. I mean, very, very initial. Remember, there was a sharp sell-off into close yesterday, so there will be those positions which get recalibrated as we start. And then, a trend, not necessarily, but I mean, a more firmer kind of trend emerges after the opening adjustments. So 170 odd points lower on the Nifty is what you have. You've got three names in the green, everything else in the red. That's the Nifty scorecard for you. The heat map, Titan, BEL and L&T are the three names which are up. Only 3 out of the 50. Surabhi.
It's actually I'll start with the defense names because a lot of them have opened out positive. Look at Hindustan Aeronautics, look at Paras Defense, look at BEL. Let me pull up Zen Technologies as well. Zen is up about 4.5%, major player in drone technology. We'll get Bharat Forge. So this is the sentiment play. This is not just sentiment, it's the reality play as well. These companies are big defense suppliers, all of them. So these are stocks on the upside.
Baba Kalyani yesterday told us that, I think that they are a defense maker.
Yes.
Baba Kalyani told us that their team has been called to Delhi next week.
Yeah.
And the question was in response to if the government has issued an advisory to increase procurement, etc. I think it's a broader kind of a thing. I mean, that interview was widely circulated.
Yeah.
So just context for this move.
Absolutely. So defense definitely in green. The rest of the market is recovering actually quite fast. I mean, from a dip of over 200 to 30 odd points, it's less than 200 points. So I'll actually start with stocks that are moving higher. Titan, I just saw bounce in positive territory. Yes, Titan's up about 3%. L&T is up about 2.5%. So those are the early movers. BEL, of course, on the Nifty is already in green territory. But, a lot of stocks are recovering. In fact, if I talk about the downside, then the weakest names are Power Grid, Eternal, Coal India, Geo Financial Services. But all of them sharply off the lows. And the ones, look at Mahindra and Mahindra as well. Again, a major supplier. They're, a lot of their commercial vehicles, etc. Also on the upside for the time being. Then you have Kotak Mahindra Bank. These are some of the other names. Shriram Finance, IndusInd Bank, a lot of the financials on the recovery side as well. 180 down on the Nifty at least, Nigel.
Besides the markets, I think the most important cue will be the India VIX. It's perked up another 5.5% or thereabouts. Now it's crossed the 22 odd mark. I think keep an eye out on that one. If that cools off substantially from the highs of the day, well, then in fact, the bulls will be feeling very, very good. So I think that's the index should really track. In the last 15 trading sessions, this index has gone up by more than 25%. That's the kind of bounce we have seen on a low base. So the India VIX, keep it on your radar. Well, stocks that I'm looking at, Union Bank, one of the few winners in today's trading session. So that's up close to 2.5%, and that's moving on rather large volumes. Z, valuation comfort, numbers look pretty okay. The stock, in fact, is up close to 0.5%. The other few names that came on the radar, I think Mayur Uniquotors, that stock, in fact, has opened with some gain, and there are very few stocks that are trading well in the green. So I just want to highlight that one. It's up close to around 12.5%. Big up move is what we're seeing on Mayur Uniquotors, and Zentech and Paras Defense as well. Both of them have opened up higher in today's trading session. The other ones that are losing, well, Suzlon is under some pressure, so that stock is falling on rather large volumes. You have Ola Electric as well, that's down another 2%. Eternal is down close to around 2%. But as we speak, the markets have seen a good recovery from the low point of the day. We're down only around 120 points or thereabouts. Keep in mind, there'll be a clearing holiday, a settlement holiday on Monday. And, parts of India like Delhi will be shut as well. So some of the stock that you purchased today, you'll not be able to sell it on Monday. In fact, you'll be able to sell it only on Tuesday. So keep that in mind. It's a settlement order, a holiday, not a trading holiday. So currency markets as well will be shut. So just keep that in mind when you're buying stocks today, that some of them you'll be able to sell only on Tuesday.
All right, no, absolutely. 140 points lower, 24,130. And I think, the fact that we've not seen, and this is something we were highlighting in the morning as well, all of the sort of attacks and what we neutralized in terms of the escalation happened at night. Since then, and we had reporters with us from Jammu, etc., areas and, places where these attacks were attempted on. So I think that perhaps also something worth taking note of. So from being down 350, we're down about 150 odd points, 24,110. is where we are at. The number is 24,198. We're still away from it. Well, let's see if you're able to close that gap. L&T is the biggest volume-led gainer. Now, we were just discussing with Vivek. Core numbers are not bad. 34.50 on L&T. It's a 4% pop which is coming through. And I think we got so many others. Surabhi was talking about the defense names, HAL, BEL, BDL, GRSE, that is Garden Reach, and so on and so forth. Bharat Forge is up about 1%. I was talking about how we had the management, Mr. Baba Kalyani, with us. Idea Forge is up 8%. Zentech is up 5%. So these are essentially drone makers. Zentech, anti-drone. Idea Forge is a drone maker. Zentech, of course, has gotten into drones as well now. So it's a defense play, really, which is coming through. Which is very much in focus at this point. Lots of stuff on the downside as well. On the top of the list is Motilal Oswal, which is down 3%. But I have to say, on the downside, it's one way. 200 stocks are higher and 2,000 stocks are down. 10:1 on the way down. But there are no volumes on the way down. All the volume is with these 200 odd names. Not all 200, but basically there's no volume on the downside, even though many are opening. Most are opening lower if I look at the overall market breadth.